This podcast has been brought to you by Alise and Alise of the Loyola University Curriculum and Instruction Cohort, bringing teachers and students into the digital age.
Today we will be discussing the various ways that we have and we plan to utilize social media as a learning tool in our classroom.
That's right. She said social media in the classroom. When you think of social media and students, what do you typically think of?
Alise, prior to taking this class, I was always against students using social media in my classroom and throughout the entire school building. It is known that these forms of media can be distracting to learning going on inside the schoolhouse. But honestly, now I've realized that students are so into social media and that we as educators need to address this problem, and we need to learn how to use all of this engagement to our benefit to keep them engaged while they are learning.
I completely agree. This is a huge shift in our education system, and throughout the podcast, you will learn some tips and tricks on how to effectively utilize social media in your classroom.
All right, so let's start with one of the most popular social media platforms, Instagram. Instagram allows users to share and comment on pictures and videos.
So a great way to bring Instagram into the classroom is to create a class Instagram account. Students can post their work to this Instagram account, allowing other students to comment and give feedback. Students and teachers can also create unique hashtags on Instagram to keep up with certain topics.
This is also, Alise, a great way to get parents involved in your classroom. These parents can actually follow the classroom's Instagram account and see what is happening throughout the entire school year. This is especially great for the parents who, might not be able to come into the classroom because of work or, other commitments during the week. Another benefit to keeping a classroom Instagram account is to keep up with student progress, actually. It's a wonderful way to track work from the beginning of the year, and it's so wonderful to watch the students grow, and the parents can actually follow all that through our Instagram feed.
That's just such a great idea. As a parent who's working full-time, I would just love that if my son had an Instagram account in his classroom, because then I wouldn't feel like I was missing out on anything. I can't wait to try out this next year in my classroom. Now, another very popular social media platform used in classrooms is Twitter. Twitter is a place where you can share ideas, pictures, and links. Twitter allows you to interact with other individuals across the globe. This is a great place to share ideas and find new ideas.
Twitter is it's actually used by so many other educators across the world, and they all do this to connect their students with others also across the world. Just like any social media website being used, don't forget to go over internet safety and appropriate usage for these Twitter accounts.
I like Twitter because there are so many hashtags that can instantly bring students together. Actually, if you're interested in getting started with telecollaborative learning, Twitter is a great place to start.
I agree completely. So we've already covered ways to incorporate Twitter and Instagram into our classroom. Now we're going to move on to our last social media platform, Pinterest. Many of us, myself included, have been using Pinterest to find, cute ideas to decorate our classrooms, some fun organizational tips, and cute project ideas. But actually, little did I know, students can utilize Pinterest in order to collaborate among each other also.
Yeah, Pinterest is a great way for students to create their own learning portfolio, creating boards for their papers, videos, infographics, and even more. Boards on Pinterest are essentially places where you can store and organize ideas that share some sort of commonality. Pinterest can also lead to more creativity as students can analyze other boards, create their own, and truly take control of their learning.
I really love that idea. I think students would be really interested in pulling those things into their classroom. So one thing we definitely learned is that social media is growing more and more every day, and it is clear, honestly, that it's not going in any way, shape, or form away.
Nope. It's time educators everywhere use social media to their advantage, instead of letting it become a distraction to our students. We need to model how to effectively use social media in the classroom so students will be digitally literate, lifelong learners.
I agree, Alise. The sooner we get these students engaged in this kind of learning, the easier it's going to be for them to learn whatever new technology or social media platforms come their way in the future. It's our duty as teachers to ensure that we are creating literate learners because this is the major shift that's happening in our world today. Connecting with others around the world they're really going to help our students begin to create and own their own knowledge at this point.
Well, you heard it here first. Social media needs and will come into our classroom.
I'm Allie.
And I'm Alise.
On our behalf of Loyola University, we thank you for joining us today.